In a country where headlines often focus on struggle, Heshan set out to shift the spotlight by building a platform that celebrates positive word of mouth. From documenting adrenaline filled GT races to running a digital marketing hub, he's not just telling stories, he's reframing Sri Lanka's narrative. Today, we sit down with the man behind the lens, the mission, and the momentum. Heshan, thank you for being on the podcast, the Creative Artist Podcast.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Quick note, we grew up together.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard to talk like this.
I know, even my previous guest, Rucha, we went to school together. It's like macha. I was like, yeah, I know, we're macha.
Yeah, we both tried studying together and so on.
I forgot about until you said that.
Do you want me to go further than
Let's
that?
go. Let's good memories.
More than studying, we were checking out the girls
Yeah.
in the library.
We would spend a whole day trying to study, but we couldn't focus on it.
No, man. We didn't study. That's why we are here.
I was gonna say a little bit late, but here now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, what made you want to start? What made you want to start a platform for positive stories in a world that thrives on negativity?
Absolutely. See, I actually started off my career as a door-to-door salesman. That's how I started.
A door-to-door salesman.
Absolutely. Because we had this... see, when I was doing my advanced level also, I always felt like there's more to me more than academics. I don't have anything against with academics, right? But I felt for myself, I have something more. So while I was doing my A-levels, I was working for a company, right?
Oh, wow.
It was a small gig where that we go from door to door and sell this English, spoken English package kind of thing, right? You know the best part? I couldn't speak in English.
You were okay, right?
Not really, because I still remember going for the first interview, right? I just had this myself part already. I could understand English,
Yeah.
but I couldn't. I was not confident to speak out.
Okay.
Right, so yeah, really got got held up there, but yet came through that. So when I was in this place, also I felt like no, I want to work. I want to see something. So I started working in different places. From there, I went into pharmaceuticals. Right, in pharmaceuticals, I felt like look here, it's very unethical business that is happening. I don't want to talk about it, but it was not sitting right with my ethics and my way of looking at life. Then I came into advertising, which was a big pay cut and so many things. And I came to advertising because I want to sit right with my ethics, right? So being in here, I realized when you look at media is all about negativity. See, look here, coming from a media background, negative news run faster.
Yeah.
And it's going to sell it's going to give you the views, it's going to give you everything, right? And I thought, okay, we have 22 million population in this country, Sri Lanka. Let's focus on Sri Lanka first, right? If all of these people start sharing one positive thought a day, what would this country be? Yes, I understand the fact we have really, the word positivity is so cliche.
Yeah.
Because we have overused it, but yet even the dictionary has 4,000 plus words to explain something negative, whereas it has only about 2,000 plus words to explain something positive. So that means this world needs more positivity. This is where we thought of, okay, fine. I'm creating a platform called PWOM, where that people can share their positive thoughts and how they have really come through with life, right? So PWOM stands for positive word of mouth. This is where it all started.
So, do you remember the first story you published that made you feel this is why I'm doing this?
I cannot exactly remember the first story per se.
Or maybe like when you first did something that you're like, oh wow, this is it.
Absolutely. See, while I was anyway, though I have come up with positive word of mouth, I need to find something to, get my revenue in.
Yeah.
right? So while I was doing this revenue in, there was this one guy who was working with me. His name is Kaushal. He's still working with me, right? He was hired to the company, the agency that I was working at that time. So though I had this brand, I didn't go out. I was working for a company at that time. So while I was working there, this guy one day comes to me and say, Heshan, I'm going to leave. I asked why. He said, I don't have food to eat. In the sense, okay, I have a salary, but by mid-month, the salary is done. He has rented out a place about 6 kilometers away or 10 kilometers away from where the office were. And this guy, since the money is not there, he had to walk either 10 kilometers to get something to eat for dinner, or else he has to go by bus and skip dinner, right? So then I said, look here, you came from Kandy to Colombo to build your dream, right? To build your dream when you came. So don't give up, let's figure out something. So at that time, we figured out, and I said, what do you like to do? He said, I like to write. I said, what do you like to write about? He said, I like to write about cars, in the sense how you fix cars and so on and so forth. Let's start a blog, right? I said, okay, I'll pay something off my salary to you. This is just, we try to figure out how we are going to keep you in Colombo and do something. So this is a project that I remember, right? So we started a platform called Turboholics at that time. And within 28 days, we reached 10,000 fan base on Facebook.
Dang.
Right? This was in 2015. And then this was going on and, the news was spreading and so on and so forth. No big strategy in place, but our heart was, okay, my heart was that I'm going to help this guy to build his dream. And his heart was, hey, this is what I love doing. So I'm going to put everything that I have here. So it worked out well, and we created a blog, and it started getting 250,000 reader base every month.
Wow.
And this is where everything started. So the baseline is, I always want to help someone to really figure out themselves and come out, because we have something more. Just as I felt, we all have something more within us.
What about, I think you would agree, growing up, the culture was competition over collaboration.
Absolutely.
What happened? What changed?
See, buddy, one day this realization came to me, right? This realization is, did we decide to come to this world? No. Right? Are we deciding when are we going to go? No, unless that you want to take your life away, right? Everyone is born in this world for a unique mission. So this realization came, if you really look back about 16 generations back or 400 years back, there had to be more than about, ChatGPT says, 65,000 odd people had to be born in this world. They have to go through war, they have to go through crisis, they have to go through love, they have to go through every challenge for you to be born in this world in this time. So there is a purpose behind that you've been born in this world. So your mission is only to, fulfill that purpose. So for you to fulfill that purpose, universe has enough and more opportunity, because universe has a issue to be solved by you. So there's no competition. Till then, I've been competing, trying to be the best, trying to figure out life, try to earn more and this and that. The moment you switch like this, I realize everything starts flowing in, and everything falls in place. Do I panic right now? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
That's me being human. But yet, when I remind myself about this, it brings a lot of peace and calmness to me. I think that's what changed.
I've never heard that answer before. That's a unique perspective, I gotta say. What did people around you say when you told them you were starting PWOM and everything, all the other stuff you've done? Like, what are the kind of pushback you got?
Well, you know my parents, right? You know my mother, right? So I'm coming from
I'm not responsible for this.
Well, I'm coming from a family where that we were beaten. My father was beaten from business, going on his own.
Okay.
Got cheated. He tried to work his way up. But there are plenty of times that he was beaten. But he's a hustler. He will never take no for an answer. He will just go again and do something. And we are being doomed by entrepreneurship, right? Yet I want to do this, and I go to my mother and say, I'm starting off. She was like, haven't you seen enough? Right?
Right.
In the sense, not in that context,
Yeah.
out of so much love. She was like, right?
She already like went through the pain
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
that. Yeah, firsthand. Yeah.
Right? Then I said, look here, if I don't do this, one day in my life, I'm going to regret. If I turn back at my life, I'm going to regret. So give me 3 months. In these 3 months, I'm going to hit this revenue target. If I hit this revenue target, you have to allow me to go ahead. If not, hey, no entrepreneurship for me, day job. Yeah. 2 months, we hit the numbers, right? And she has been supporting me throughout. Say, not everyone has supported me. Very limited number of people who have been around me have supported me, and that's all you need. And
Wait, that's all you need.
that's all you need to do whatever that you want to do, in the sense. The little amount of people who will really support you, who will believe in you, and little amount of people who will like say, let's do it. At the same time, I need to thank everyone who tried to kick me down,
Right.
because they are the fuel. They are my fuel. I did this content, I put it out there saying that I got cheated of 1.7 million.
I saw that one.
Yeah, at that time, 1.7 million was huge money for me.
Yeah.
Man, overnight I went into debt.
Yeah.
Right? But you know what? Every time that I see that person, I still see that person. Right? In my heart, I thank him for doing that, because that was my degree. That's my uni payment.
Yeah. That's very cool to think that you only, as long as, if you only need a little amount of people to support you. So a lot of the time, some people don't even have that, but it's nice to even have at least a little group. You don't have to have a whole lot of supporters.
Yeah.
That's important.
But in the sense, a lot of people don't have it. It's not about resources. It's all about you being resourceful. Why we don't bring out our ideas is mainly, sometimes we say that we don't have resources. I don't have resources. I don't have the money. I don't have the opportunity. I don't have the language. I don't have this. I don't have that. Let's change the narrative. Let's first look at what do you have.
Yeah.
And let's start building from that.
Right.
Right? So I never knew that Turboholics going to kick off like that. I only helped a guy to find his dinner. And what? We started a blog. And today we have Pit Pass because we had that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what, I mean, would you say you got lucky in the Turboholic situation?
Universe conspires in making things happen for you, man. There's nothing called luck. You just create luck.
Okay.
Because when you are driven by the purpose, or when you are in the purpose, because that's the opportunity that you're going to solve, right? That's the problem that you're going to solve. That's your thing. See, when you're in that, it's not luck. It happens because you are built to do that.
Right.
You're made and you are in this world, because when you are coming to this world, I always believe you carry a suitcase and come. Time to time, there's winter comes, there's rainy day comes, there are sunny days, summer, autumn, all these seasons are there. Whenever those seasons come, you have a piece of cloth in there, in that bag, that you will take and you put it on. And you will run the race.
I'm excited for this conversation. You're blowing my mind right now. So I'm guessing then, is the word risk part of your vocabulary, or do you not even think of that terms?
See, what is risk in the sense, well, I've taken risks, right? But the thing is, whether I'm taking calculated risks, right? In the sense, we say high risk, high return. I don't think so. This is something that one of my gurus or the people mentoring me have told me. High risk, high return is not a thing for me. It is high risk of failure. So in my context, I look at, or even if you really look at the lives of people, they have taken initially small risks, which will give you a higher return. If you were to go and invest your money in the stock market or in an investment, would you put all eggs in one basket? No. You will try and test the waters. If you are to go to a deep end walking in a pool, would you just go and jump into the deep end? No. You will walk from the shallow. Likewise, you put it in life as well. That's how I worked it out. So yes, there were times where that, hey, there is a time that you need to jump. So you jump. And if you fail, it's good. You've learned. It's not you have failed, it's just you have fell. You stand up from that.
Yeah, I like that. It's a really simple example. I love it. How did you get into the world of motorsport storytelling? Or was that the Turboholics?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did it surprise you when it did so well?
Absolutely did.
Okay. So walk me through that. Like you started Turboholics, and then I guess tell me the progress.
Of course. So we started Turboholics just to help this guy. And I felt like, oh, wow, that's great. Right. So we want to test whether this platform really works. So we started off, we want to do a motor meetup. So these car meetups that happens, right? So in Sri Lanka also we have pocket meetups that is happening. So we brought in our creativity and we thought, oh, let's do this. But we didn't have any contacts. We didn't know anyone in the car scene, right? But we thought, okay, hey, this date, we are going to do this. I still remember 2015, December 5th. Yeah, right. Not sure of the date, but right. Anyways, we want to do this event. But we didn't know anyone. So we created a plan. Hey, let's go and talk to these people and see whether they are going to come, right? And so on. So we were doing it, right? And we started off saying that, okay, everyone who has built a car want to show their car. So we use that insight and we asked them to send a picture of their car to us. We put it in a frame and posted it on Facebook. And it went really well. Like, hey, we also want my car there. I also want my car there. So these pictures were going on. So there was a lot of buzz creating and we thought, okay, this is going to work. But I went to sponsors and asked for funding to have the event. Most of the sponsors said, this is the final... It's a race day. You will not get the cars. You will not get the best of crowd and so on and so forth. And there's a lot of things that happen. From there, yet I was about to give up. I was just at the brink of giving up because I was telling my team also, look here guys, by 15th of November, if I do not have this money to do this event, we're going to scrap the whole thing, right? 15th of November, we didn't have anything, right? Still, my heart would say like, go ahead. First event that we did, I made a loss, right? But instead of 50 cars, our target was to get 50 cars in. We got 500 plus cars coming in.
No.
Yeah, it was packed, right? And this went viral and so on. At this time, we got the opportunity from a brand to come and work. And that's how I went into racing. So I went to this brand and said, look here, let's start a race brand. And we went and started a race brand, right? So
What's that called?
It's called Maxxis Extreme Racing. This is Maxxis tires,
Okay.
right? So Maxxis initially didn't want to have a race brand, right? I said, okay, we will hit the numbers, we will hit the targets, but by using half of the budget that you're allocating. But rest of the half, you have to, after 3 months, invest back. The same model that I used with my mother, I use with the client.
Nice.
Right? So we reinvest and create a race team. And we created a race team. I went into races with a phone and just a laptop. And we took pictures, started uploading. And we saw a few other opportunities. So we started doing that. And my friend called Heshan Rodrigo joined with me. And we were doing. And actually, more than me, Mota is the guy who started Pit Pass. He's created a page and he started uploading these videos. And he's crazy over videos and so on. And he's a content creator. And this is how we got into the race scene. And now it has grown.
So it sounds like you always surrounded yourself with people who are passionate about what they were doing.
Absolutely. More than that, I would people who have the hunger. Very recently, I hired a guy, Sanjeeva, really nice person. He was working in a service station, servicing cars. I put a post saying that who is willing to come on board with mobile photography and videography. I have a full-time job. He just applied and he came. And I was so thrilled because I was trying to hire someone, couldn't. When he came, I saw the hunger in him.
Yeah.
And I was so excited and I offered him the job and he has thought that I'm gay. Right? That was his first impression that I'm gay. For the record, I'm not. Right? So, so he was, on the edge whether he wants to come on board or not, and so on. But I said but he came, and in August he completed 1 year, and his dream was to get into cinematography and do recordings like that, and run and gun shooting.
Wow.
So we made it possible for him to have that, because with Heshan and all the team and the work that we do, that possibility was there for him.
Wow.
Yeah, so people who have the hunger is my focus.
So most people just watch the races and you tell the stories behind it. What's something people don't see about that world until you show them?
The commitment, man. The commitment, the passion, how person's mind or the heart can put you into the most dangerous places. Getting into that car, going in that speed, split second, it's enough for you to have your life to either to die or, you be crippled or whatever that you call it, right? Well, that is something that I really want to bring out, because that's what real passion is. In Sri Lanka, when you race, even if you win, you don't get anything. You just earn money. You just have the thrill of speed, that adrenaline rush. You go for that. But at the same time, there's a team who works behind passionately on this. They work on the machine over and over again, and it's more than the machine, it's the human mind, the person who sits there. So you can really take a resilient story out of them. That's what I love about. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it's almost an easier job to highlight people like that because the passion is always there. Dang. Is there a moment at a race, a sound, a ritual, a moment of silence that always gives you chills?
That is my happy place, actually. The moment that I go for not only a race, if I go for a shoot, that's my happy place. Where that when I get off, I get the best version of me. It just peaks, and I'm so thrilled. I can't even remember whether I've had water, whether I've eaten, right? We are so in the game, so we are so thrilled. Yeah, race weekends are crazy good. We love it. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of work. So you also run a digital marketing platform. What makes a story stick online today?
People don't buy facts, even though a lot of people talk about facts. People don't buy facts. People buy emotions. I think when you do marketing, you need to speak to the emotions of a person. It's not about the facts. It's all about what facts make you feel. Right?
Right.
So it's all about feeling. So I love, on and off, I go in the bus, I go in the train, I go walk in the market, I just do a random walk in the city. When you look at people, you can see insights. So these insights and, the stories that come across. This is why I love storytelling, where that they tell their heart out, they talk their heart out. We bring that out and we put it to a brand, you give a brand personality. Of course, if you look at a brand, you're holding an iPhone. Why you bought iPhone, not a Samsung or something like that? Because there's some feeling associated with that and you. And they've brought that feeling out. If you take Red Bull, right? Have you ever seen Red Bull saying that, hey, I have 100 milliliters of Red Bull, you get this amount of energy? No. You see a person who's a daredevil who will just jump off a cliff. He can't just wait without jumping off a cliff when he's eating. That's the emotion.
Right.
So I believe in all the brands need to talk emotion if you really want to market.
So then, to let's say a starting out influencer or whatever, right? How would you onboard somebody like that, or how would you tell them to like? This is a bit of like storytelling too, but how would you have them? What's the process of you figuring out their story and learning how to give that out, put that out?
You mean to say if I'm going to get an influencer for the brand or if I'm helping an influencer to grow?
Helping influencers. So you talk about Turboholics, right? So similarly, somebody completely unrelated to your field,
Yeah.
and you see potential, you see the hunger, passion, everything. So all those are good to go. Now they come to you, and or you see them and you want to help them out. How would you help them out? How would you tell them to like tell their stories?
Yeah. So first thing is I would figure out while talking with them, what's their bigger purpose? What makes them really fulfilled, not happy, fulfilled. So the question I always ask is, okay, when you're about 80 years, that is like when you're really old, when you really turn back at your life, what do you want to see in your life for you to say you have lived a fulfilling life? All the people say they never bring money into the equation. They always talk about experiences.
Yes.
Right? So that experience is what ticks them. So I say, hey, go talk that experience. Now I've seen like in TikTok and so on, they come and say, look at the most trending topic and do a content for that so that you will get, what's the point?
Exactly.
Right? I always suggest, look here, bring your story, bring your authenticity. Because, buddy, if you start living your passion or what you're more comfortable, not more than comfortable, what really brings the best version of you, there's no competition. Because you love what you do and no one can beat you in that. Right? So content creation or talking positive stuff, going out there, telling out the stories, this is my place. Right? So when you asked me to, when we had the chat of having this also, Sunday evening, I would have a beer and have good chill.
I know. I want to have a beer. Good.
Right? But this gives me more chills than a beer and a nap. So that's why I'm here today with you. So I believe in everyone who wants to do content, do something that you love doing, not what the trends are talking about. Trends are made out of what you love doing.
Right. Right. One of the things I say is that you have to be so in tune to your curiosity, and that should be your guide. Now, like a lot of people will like butcher this up and be like, oh, anything you no, I'm just like be genuinely dude, first of all, you need to know who you are and what things are like curious to you. And if you follow that curiosity, that actually sounds really cool. Yeah. Like the chills, right? Yeah. Like even on a Sunday evening, I want to go do that with this guy or whatever, or just have that experience for myself, because I know I'm going to be way more inspired and way more more productive after these conversations. Like it's been the biggest blessing for me to sit down and talk to amazing people. Like it's such an amazing, like I think I understand my podcast is still growing. But the part that I find so exciting is these stories that inspire me. Absolutely. Something that I go and do in a networking session into somebody else or many other people, and I would get maybe 5 minutes. I get a whole hour with this person to pick their brain, to learn so much more, and from their lives. It's I don't know. It's like the best thing ever.
I want to share with you something, right? See, I always look at this, even my content, a few have gone well, but there are things, we still struggle through.
Yeah.
We are like a plant. We are like a plant. See, even that you do things and people watch you, but people don't react to you, people don't send you a message, right? But they're watching you, man, right? This is the time where the plant is under the soil. It has to battle with the rocks, the sand. This plant is, these 2 leaves, it's so fragile. You can just squeeze it, and you can just destroy it like that with your 2 fingers, right? But it fights with these rocks, the sand, and slowly, it comes out from soil.
Yeah.
So you are still under the soil. People who believe in you are the ones who put water, and
This guy.
so this comes out, and you have different challenges where people will be there to trample you. Easily you can be trampled.
Yeah.
Easily you can be squashed with your 2 fingers. Right?
Yeah.
Allow it to grow. But because there will be few people the God or universe going to bring and water, protect you, bring you sunlight, and you become a tree. When you become a tree, that's the day the birds come and perch in you. You are bearing fruit for others.
Dang, dude, this guy. It's been a while since I met another me. Or I don't want to say another me, but like as somebody who actually thought about this stuff and it has actually challenged me, and I like that. I love it. Dang. Okay. And actually, it's very
It blew my mind as well.
yeah, because it's so true. I wish more people understood that.
Yeah,
right.
why I'm saying that is just continue doing what you love doing. It's okay you still don't have applauses because, man, social media has given us so much instant gratification. This is where that we lose it. We need to be really, really patient about it. See, if you want to bring down this wall, you bring a hammer, you just strike it. Will it come down? No. Twice you strike. Will it come down? You won't even see a crack. Keep on striking.
It's true. It's interesting. Even like this idea I had to come to Sri Lanka and do this, only a selected few people are the ones who are really helping me. And the other people I knew, like my job was to just ask and talk to people and spread what I'm doing, right? But I noticed like only a few people are actually genuinely like see like some kind of potential in me.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to water it by like connecting me with so many people, and that's how I've been able to do it. And
They are the ones who have walked the same journey as you have walked.
exactly, 100%. Not a single person who helped me has not gone through hell.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because we taste that, no?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you balance algorithm and authenticity? Or do you even care?
I really don't care about it.
Okay.
Right? I always want to, because I
Are
always...
you ever tempted to follow a trend?
Absolutely. Always, man. See, this is we can be very philosophical about this, but when you put it out there, when you don't see views, you're like, the other person is getting the views. I'm doing the same thing. Why am I not getting it?
Yeah.
Or I'm doing some really good content.
Yeah.
This content should go out, but I don't know how many people will watch this even.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
But who cares, right? See, that's why I always say it's views are a trap. Social media gives this whole thinking, you need to be this, you need to be that. But I always believe it. Very recent something happened, right? I posted this video about overcoming camera fear, right? One guy messaged me and told me his whole story, how he was not doing any content. But when he saw this, he wanted to do content more, right? And after I started my content journey, there have been many people who have started doing content,
Wow.
right? For me, changing one person's life is more than enough. But the thing is, algorithm, trends, views, reactions, those conversations are always there. So it's like, one side you hear this, one side you hear this, right? But see, just because you want to get stuck with the algorithm and just because you want to do this, in the sense, okay, you want to do viral content, are you willing to lose your authenticity and purpose?
Yeah. It's funny because the last couple of years, it was all about niching down, like pick one thing and stick to it on social media. And now finally, like, oh no, you can do multiple things technically, and that's changing. But I think that process of that took a lot away from people who were genuine or authentic, because all they did was follow trends and like, oh, do this line and do that hook and whatever. And the people who are like honest with themselves really couldn't do that. Now finally, like, we're like, oh, okay, now I can speak. Now I don't have to sound the same or whatever.
Yeah.
You know. And the other thing I learned is that, like, I'm building these episodes right now for my future community. When they want to see what the stuff I've done, they have a whole playlist of stuff where I'm proving a point about changing how creativity is looked at. And so for me to do that, I'm building these stories up. So when one day, when like the community is big and whatnot, they will have a whole list of like stories that you can never say that I didn't do it, or you can never say that you don't have an example. Like my favorite one I keep talking about is a professor in the US who's a mathematics professor who's written over 300 songs, written over 3 books in Sinhalese, and he decided he became a professor because like he wanted to make his parents proud. The moment it happened, he decided, okay, I'm not gonna go crazy over like doing like studies and like research and all of those things. I want to be there for my family and do these creative things because I want to build a legacy of like changing narratives of how people think in Sri Lanka. And that to me blew my mind. He's a mathematics professor. What the heck is he doing that? Like, how the heck is he doing that? And the fact that I've said that, many people are like, oh my gosh, I never thought I could do something like this or whatnot. So that's huge.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, you just need to be you and do what you love doing. Because along with this, okay, motorsports, I go there. Am I a motorsport fanatic? No, I'm not. But I love stories. I love being with my tribe, right? I love my tribe. These guys, because, okay, I went through a very difficult patch up a couple of years back. And there are few people who came to me and said, because I was so scared of how social media platforms were like, you know, the ads manager platform, and so like, oh, I'm like coming like, oh man, this is too complicated for me, right? And I went and told these guys saying that, but I'm not sure whether I can pull it off. I think I need to look at a different angle altogether. And even when this AI is coming and all those fear folks, right? But you know what? This guy said, few of them. If not for you, who else is going to do that? Just jump. We are there. Let's figure it out. Right?
There's a book my wife mentioned a long time ago, but one of the phrase that the book talked about is everything is figure outable.
Absolutely. That's a fantastic one, man.
Everything is figure outable. Yeah. I didn't even read the book, but I heard that phrase and I was like, that's it.
Wow.
Every time we hit a roadblock or something, I'm like, if this can be figured out. Like, I'm not going to give up now because this is happening. It can be figured outable.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So you build something that doesn't exist. How do you stay motivated when the results aren't immediate?
It's the purpose, no? Because it's the purpose. Because, okay, if I tell you this, picture this, right? Imagine the person that you love the most and they're really sick and they need to go to the emergency care right now. You have a car, you put them in the car and you're driving towards the hospital and a tree is fallen across the road. What are you going to do?
I'm going to get out and try to move it.
You can't move it. What are you going to do?
Turn around and find another direction.
It's too long way to go. What are you going to do?
I have to carry him or her.
It's very difficult to carry her and go. What are you going to do?
Call people, yell, help, something.
You never said, I will give up on that person.
Right.
If people are looking for purpose, that's what purpose is. The big why. If you don't have that sort of purpose or whatever the jargon or whatever the word that you want to use there, you know that feeling inside,
Yeah, 100%.
right? I'm not going to give up on this person. Start something to do that you have passion like that, so that you won't. Because people start businesses or entrepreneurship or whatever it is, thinking of an end. They have a picture. Okay, this is how my content is going to be. This is how my podcast is going to be. This is how it's going to be, and this and that, right? You think of an end and you start. But along the way, you get this, lethargic moments and naysayers are there and all those stuff. And you give up. Because you know that you want to go there, but you don't have a strong why to go there. Right? So that's how I keep on going when I'm not even motivated. So all this discipline to motivation to focus to all these things come when you're very clear of your purpose.
Why?
That's what I think.
That's a great answer. Do you think Sri Lanka is ready for a culture shift in how we tell stories? And what would that look like?
Every day it's shaping. Even whether we like it or not, culture has changed a lot.
Yeah.
Right? It's just that we try to stick to that culture and we love that culture, which is good. But also when we say culture, it differs from person to person. It differs from company to company. It differs from place to place. Right?
Culture is what you create.
Culture is formed automatically with what you do, what you say, and all those jazz. Right? It just shapes. So you cannot stop it. Right? It evolves. It evolves. I think we cannot stop it, and we just need to embrace it now. Okay, AI is coming. AI is in, and it is changing the culture.
Yeah. How so?
We embrace it. So see, few things. I work with this.
Sorry, I remember something. We were at Gaul and we were at Gaul Ford and we were like buying stuff and there was so much AI posters and stuff. I'm like, what in the world? And like some of them were okay actually. Some of them were like, you knew it. They were,
Yeah. Of course. See, after all, culture for me is being authentic, being who you are, right? Now, exactly what you said, right? AI posters and so on. You go there to get that AI poster? No. You want the authentic thing.
Yes.
The real thing, the real deal.
I literally went to find the 2 stores that are owned by Sri Lankan owners. I kept asking, and I found the 2 places and I went there and bought the stuff just because of that.
There you go. So culture is really about the authenticity. In our storytelling also, that's what we do. Right? That what is in your heart, what
What are the criterias for a good story?
in which context?
When you are trying to select somebody or like to tell somebody's story, what are the criteria?
Is this okay? I ask him if someone comes to me to do their story. There are 3 questions that I ask them.
Okay.
All right. What's the problem that you're solving? Whose problem are you solving? And what are they going to feel after you solve the problem? We put this jargon, target market to this and that. No, let's be authentic. Let's be real and ask, what's the problem that you're solving? Now, if you ask me, what's the problem that I am solving? In the sense, I always see there's a gap and there's always a need for positivity, right? So, and everyone is unique and extraordinary. I bring out the story. I build a platform to bring out that story out there. So that's the story that we are going to, that's the problem that we're going to solve. And whose problem are we going to solve? The society's problem, where they're struggling. Maybe they're depressed, maybe they're stressed out, maybe they're in anxiety. And I'm a person who got beaten up with all this, right? So then they need to hear that, right? Third is how they're going to feel. They're going to feel relieved. They're going to feel that stirring in their heart. When you watch a movie or when you talk to a person that really stirs you within, or that feeling, that's the feeling I want. So That's that for me. These are the key ingredients for a story. Then comes, how you deliver it, and your camera fear, you be you, and so on. Yeah. I always tell them, bring your imagination out. Inside here, you have a beautiful self, but we don't bring it out because we're scared of what other people will think. Yeah.
I bring up this thing where growing up we were told not to daydream,
Yeah.
right? But I feel like that was almost a threat against our generation.
I'm going to share with you a story, right? Imagination, I take it to a different level, man.
Oh wow! Okay,
Right?
I want to hear this.
Okay. So we talk to ourselves,
Yes.
right? But we don't openly talk to ourselves, right? We just don't go out there. But for me, I took it, okay, the little ones who play with these toy cars and so on, after some time, you give up on it,
Yeah.
right? But in my case, if I want to become a truck driver, I take a plate and I drive in the garden.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
I did that too.
If
yeah.
I want to become a cricket player, okay, batsman, because when there are matches going on, I take a pole, and I think that's the bat, and I'm in my head. I'm doing the commentaries. I become the bowler. I become
did
the
the same
batsman.
thing.
Everything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I got mocked for that,
No
right?
way.
Oh yeah, because I was, society says in a certain age only that you need to do that. After that, if you do, I think you're a little cuckoo.
Oh, so when you do it now,
Right. So, I wasn't laughed at for that. And I felt really shy about it. But yet, that was my happy place. I kept on going on with it, right? I kept on going on with it. And, that's my superpower. Now, how I talk like this is all because of my imagination. Every story that I bring out, the things that I was saying, it's the imagination, it's in my head. So if a person is bringing out their imagination, that's what world wants to hear. Yeah.
true. It's funny. Do you do this thing where like, let's say something like I have this thing where like, if it's some like a naysayer, right? A naysayer would say something, and like these things would pop up in my head randomly, and then I would just like go sit down and act like I'm in a podcast answering their question, like what I would say.
Yes.
I do it. I do it, and I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna say. I have the
Yes.
answer now. On to the next one.
Yes.
You do that too?
Of course, man. See, I showed this video to you, right? Which went on about 4 million views in 3
Yeah,
days.
talk
right?
about that. What
Right.
was the vision and how that? Yeah.
So I saw this video and I was even thinking about how I'm going to pitch to clients and how this video is going to be and this and that and how my thrill is going to be when
Yeah.
this video comes out. Hey, I'm going to feel like this. When people ask me this, how I'm going to respond to it.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, you need to be authentic, right? You love the spotlight at times and go get the spotlight, right?
Right.
I met this, we did this event called Inspiring the Next Billionaire, and we got this about 4 billionaires to come and share their stories. And there's this one architect, right? He told me something which is like amazing. He said like society has framed people. If you're a billionaire, this is how you need to be. If you're a architect, this is how you need to be. If you're a salesman, this is how you need to be. No, just be yourself. Machang, we build so many walls around us.
Yes.
And stop ourselves from being who we are. Break them, just be authentic. Just go out there and tell your story. So, yeah.
Have you ever wondered why that happened?
See, we all bring different beliefs. We are more than human beings, we are emotional beings. Right? Everything that we do is a belief. Whatever I'm saying right now is a belief in me. Whatever you do right now is a belief in me.
Yeah.
When we say like we think alike, that's a belief. Right?
Yeah.
So words that we say, I learned this from Tony Robbins, right?
Oh, yeah.
Words that we say, the speak, brings the meaning. Meaning brings the feeling. Feeling brings the emotion. And based on this emotion, you act.
Yes.
When you act, you get a result. And that result, when it happens over and over again, it becomes belief. So we shape ourselves with belief. So majority of people, when they get beaten up with the things that they do, they say, no, this is not going to work. It's not going to work. That's why I always tell, if you have a dream, just go and try. Because if someone is saying, no, this is not going to work, it's not their problem, actually. It's not they are saying it with out of, trying to kill you or, kill your dream or anything like that. They are doing that out of their beliefs. They say, no, this is not going to work. Because they have not experienced what you experienced. Yeah. So when you get that and put that hat on,
that's all you think.
You also have the beliefs. So society is framing you. That's how the frames are built. This is my perspective on it.
That makes sense. Because, yeah, my belief was that I wasn't smart enough, because society told me I have to be a doctor, lawyer, whatever, engineer.
Absolutely.
And so I simply just said, okay, I can't do stuff that are hard, like studying wise, because I was not always I was average student. So then I went to become a chef because I was like, at least I can cook and nothing wrong with that. But I knew that wasn't my purpose, right? So I took that decision based off a belief that I was made to think, even though whether I like it or not. And this brand I have, Sheran Stories, that came out of wait a second, what are the things that I believe in myself? What are the things that I say, this is who I am? And I had to write every single one of them. I wrote over 150 something, literally things I think of myself. And then one after the other, I'm like, where did I get this belief? How did I come to this conclusion? And I nitpicked like surgery, bro. It was like a counseling session with myself. And out of those 150 things, only maybe 30 things were actually true.
Yeah. See, man, all of us tell ourselves a story.
Yes.
We define success based on the story that we tell ourselves. And that is shaped by the beliefs. But the thing is, if you're born with the capacity to swim, just imagine this, right? Mm-hmm. If you're a fish, if you're born to be a fish, swim in the waters, and if the society says by climbing trees only that we call you successful, you'll never be, right?
Right.
Because you cannot climb, and you try to climb because to fit to the society.
Yes.
I always believe this once again a belief. We say we are unique, and we try to fit in. Right?
That's true.
See, your job is not to fit in, but your job is to serve with your uniqueness. Love people. Love. Serve. We are called to serve. We are the only being in this universe. Look at a tree. Tree bear fruit. Who's eating the fruit? Others. Look at a river. River flows, and it is the transport mechanism. It transports other stuff, and it nourishes the river banks. Right? Look at us. We collect, and we collect. But we are supposed to give everything that we have because we are drawing from a well that will never go dry.
Right.
Yeah? Because society says you don't have things.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know who you are. You don't have things. And so that you need to work hard so that you can become someone. Mm-hmm. But the universe or God says, you're born to do this, and for that you have everything with you. Just serve.
Reminds me of Gary Vee. Somebody came to Gary Vee and said, thank you for the inspiration, but I can't wait to be someone doing what I'm doing. And he's like, you are already someone.
Absolutely. I saw that video. Yeah.
I was like, that's so true. You are already someone. We all have that uniqueness, and we already, exactly.
So I was telling my friend about this, right? Now, when you go to a church, If the church pews are not cleaned, would you have a clean place to sit and worship?
No,
No. Who cleans it?
somebody.
If that person doesn't clean, we don't have a clean place to sit.
Right.
So his job in the whole worship thing is just to clean that.
Yeah.
But nobody recognizes them, appreciate them,
Yes.
right? But yet, if that person is not stopping and doing that, only we have that space. So if I have something, okay, Sheran, I connect you with someone. I may be the person who connects, but both of you are the ones who are going to change the world, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? My job is only to connect, and I should be the person who comes and say, "You didn't give me credit. You didn't give me credit." No. I think that's the point. We lose everything.
Yeah. That's so true. Yeah, because it's so funny. You connect people too, and I am like in the business of connecting people too. I'm constantly, hey, you shouldn't talk to this person. They, I think you guys will jive with, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So if you got a chance to meet younger Heshan, which I did, what would you tell him, like from how he used to think versus now?
Life happens for you, not to you. I would say tell myself, because I've been a younger Heshan who've been trying to strive for success, strive for many things. I've been stressed out. I've been burnt out with that,
Wow.
right? I would have tell, no, life is shaping right. It's like Google. You're on a journey, you put the maps on and you go on a journey, and there's a right turn that you have to take, and you miss the turn. What does Google do? Reroute you to that. Life is like that, right? If
You got to
don't-
learn how to pivot, right?
you are getting rerouted anyway, because okay, I'll tell you, right, this PWOM thing I started, but when it comes to financial crunch and so on, at a point I was like, let me keep it in the sideline. I will figure out myself.
Yeah.
So I went out and tried to do certain things to figure out myself and come back, and I was trying to pursue my career in a different angle. Life gave me a good knock
Oh, wow.
and brought me back into PWM, this place.
Wait, tell me what happened there. I'm curious.
Yeah, of course. So while I was doing this, social media business was good and so on. But I was getting exhausted because I was running behind success. Right. So I got an opportunity to work with a different person in different company. I just don't want to mention the names there, right? So I was there. Revenue is good and all this, but I was taken in to do their marketing. I did not enjoy. I went on. From there, I got really depressed. Right. Then I came out from there and I worked at a different agency while I was having this PWM on the side. Didn't work out. I was not having freedom, sleepless nights, all those jazz. Went in this whole roller coaster. At a point, I did not have any other option but to stick with PWM.
Wow.
When I came back, only I realized you tried to pivot and you tried to do different things and you tried to, figure out your success. Those places will not have your fulfillment. Life always bring you back to this center point. This is where you are. Look at your life, man.
Yeah.
You've gone through circles, but it brings you back to that one single place. What you're doing right now, I'm sure if you really look back at your life, at a point you have thought about it and you have enjoyed it. And
Yeah. My entire school career, I was into creativity, music, all these kinds of stuff. And the whole time the narrative was just keep your studies going because this is just a hobby type of thing.
Yeah.
And I believed it. I accepted it. And like when I went to US at 17 years old or whatever, now I'm like, shoot, I got to figure out my life now, figure out my career. And I was like, okay, now time to put all these little childish things aside, and try to become a man and find a career and all of these things. I did all of those things, and then here I am back to literally talking about creativity,
Absolutely.
like the thing that I love the most, the imagination, all of that stuff. Like as a 37-year-old man, I'm doing that.
Because we are defined, this is how success is.
Yeah.
Been told this amount of money that you need to have, this the life, this the comforts and all those. I was listening to this monk, right? He told something very, very profound. He said, we misunderstand comforts with fulfillment. Many other people think comforts are the fulfillment. It's not. After all, man, doing all these things, what are you after? What are you looking for? Out of this creativity, everything, what are you after? Just tell me.
I want to help people.
Now, I changed the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the guy who's going to ask you questions.
No, seriously. It's literally to help people find themselves. It's the inner child.
Why would you want that?
Why? Because I don't want other people to go through what I went through.
Okay, you do that, then what?
Then what? Well, honestly, it's a place of helping people become healthy, right? And then that in itself is going to help society because a bunch of healthy people are trying to like make change happen.
Then what is in it for you?
Just the happiness that I actually was part of it.
Is it the happiness?
Well, not happiness, but like fulfillment of actually.
What with the fulfillment, what do you get?
Nothing.
I'm just putting you in
Nothing.
spot. Yeah?
Nothing else.
Aren't you really behind? Aren't you really looking for peace of mind? Aren't we really looking for peace?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why I left my career and when I wanted to work for myself because like now I'm at peace actually, right? Like, because the one thing was the money. Now that thing is taken care of, a business that runs well. Now I am at peace because I'm always, the reason I'm so in tune to my curiosity is that because I'm at peace already.
Yeah.
It's just like now I have this new goal of like, showing more stories of people like me. And
Because we are, all of us are behind peace.
Yeah.
We want peace.
yeah.
We do everything for that. If we ask the question, if money is not an object, if money is sorted, what would you do?
I would do what I'm doing right now.
Exactly the point. That's where the passion is. Many people get stuck
Yeah.
in the place. I don't have money. I need to have this. I need to show the society like this. I need to have the best car. I need to have this. But the thing is, man, coming out of that whole thing and being in this place is very difficult,
Very difficult.
right? Because the whole society goes in a different wave and you're in a different wave,
Yeah.
right? But if you figure that out, you're at peace. But, in this journey, we get swayed
Yeah.
here and there. We get
True.
swayed. It's all right. That's me being human.
Exactly. And I think that's why I was like, that's when I realized like creativity could be something that people can easily, cheaply do to help themselves find their inner child. A lot of people like say meditation, all of those things. I think those are great things. But those things always seemed like all societies make it seem that they are so hard to achieve, right? Right. So I'm like, okay, fine. How about you go draw a picture? How about you like write what's inside your mind and like put it onto a piece of paper? See what happens. See what you would learn. Go make something with your hands. Like that's why I love woodworking or 3D printing for whatever it might be. Like it's try to take a concept in your head and make it a reality. See what that feels like.
That itself is meditation, I suppose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly my point. Like I tell people all the time, when I'm sanding a piece of wood, I used to listen to music all the time. Not anymore. Absolute pitch black silence. No, except me, my thoughts, and the piece of wood that I'm sanding. And in that process, every time, without fail, something comes up in my mind, like a memory or something, an idea, a thought. And while I'm sanding, I am now following that thought. Why did it come out? Like ask questions about it. And sooner or later, I find something I didn't know about myself or some clarity that I was looking for.
Absolutely.
And dude, I'm telling you, like, if people would do something like that, make something with their hands or create whatever it might be, that process of tapping into your brain, your creativity, that's the healing part.
Very true, man. The healing. That's spot on. Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people are not healthy, and it's because they just don't spend time with themselves. I understand the one thing that we're trying to get achieved, like social media takes us away from it. So like my thing is I have a routine. I have a system where like at least half an hour or 45 minutes a day, I sit there doing nothing. Sit quietly, doing nothing. I might have a little notepad nearby if I want to jot something down. I have no agenda, nothing. It's people can call it meditation, but I simply just like I just want to hang out with myself and see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's this concept that I've heard about thinking time. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, thinking time is about most of the successful people really do this, where that they write about, let's say, 2-3 questions, very empowering questions, right? Empowering questions. They just sit and write answers to that for about 30 minutes. Just keep on writing, keep on writing. You don't vet, this is a good idea, this is a bad idea. No, you don't do that. You just continue it. Okay. You tell the story. That's how the real solutions really come out. What you're doing there, 45-minute thing, amazing.
Yeah, because all these ideas, even this idea to come to Sri Lanka, I wrote it down and I was like, and I just kept writing because I was like, my goal is not to question the idea, right? Until like I'm done with all of it.
Yeah.
Then when I looked at it and I told her like, we're gonna go to Sri Lanka for a month. My wife is like, what? I'm like, we're gonna vacation and record the podcast and highlight people. She's like, how you go? I don't know.
Yeah.
But here I am doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a question in the sense like, if, let's say, while doing this, how do you handle the financial pressure?
My other business, right? So the goal was, I talked earlier, we're talking about manifesting. My thing was, since I'm not in IT, I wanted to have a job where I can work from home. Then I can do all these other creative things when I'm at home. So I'm grateful for my brother, Sunit Adon. He runs a dog boarding business too, but he's a dog trainer. He's fantastic at it. He's been at the job for like a business for 6 years. He was like, you love dogs. Why don't you try it out? Right. And at the time, I had told my wife to quit too because she was going full time with her business.
Okay.
And I was like, I'll find a way. I'll make it happen. As I told her that, I still didn't know what was going to happen. So when the opportunity came and he said, I'm like, this could work. This could give me the autonomy that I need. And that's it. I just started it. 1 month, I didn't get any dogs, but there's an app that they use called Rover. And all of a sudden, it starts to grow. And I've been at it for more than a year now, and I've had over 100 clients since then.
Wow, okay.
And I think for me, what I realized with that, and especially manifesting in that situation, is that the intention needs to be good. See, like a lot of people say manifest a car and all these things. For me, it was about, I need more time to do what I'm passionate about. And I want to be able to support my family and whatever. And if I can do that, then I can work hard, even more. Like as I work you probably, I work a lot of hours. I barely get sleep, right? But I'm so excited every morning when I wake up. Like I have my routine. I have these, and dogs, right? They heal me on top of that. I didn't want to work with other people now at the time. And I was like, I need autonomy. So I was going after autonomy and I got it. So when I got it, I'm like, I have no excuses now. I have to do these things now that I wanted to do. So I got more things for me to do, but So I think that's what I realized.
Because this is where why I asked that question is this is where that most of the people get stuck.
Exactly.
Right.
I try to do that. Like I was in that situation for a long time. Don't get me wrong. I have done different kinds of YouTube channels, a cooking one and a DIY one, all these things. And every other time, like I didn't have a proper solution for them. So I've made a lot of mistakes to a point where I knew exactly what I needed. I needed the autonomy. I needed a job where I can work from home and do all these other things.
Yeah.
So once I figured that out, now it's fantastic. Like
Amazing.
I'm much more busy, but I have never been happier.
Yeah, of course. Because even in PWM, so even though that we created this thought, for me to release these videos and the events that we want to do and all those jazz, I was not doing for about 10 years. Holding on to that thought because I didn't want that financial pressure coming into this, right? But did I enjoy my work? Of course, right? Even to date, the work that I do with my clients, I enjoy to the bits, right? But this is the bigger purpose. So I was this year I was telling my team also, if I don't do this, there is a big hole because we have only, with our passion, we have only earned money then.
Yeah.
Right? And we have served our clients. That's it. But the bigger picture, bigger goal we need to achieve. So PWOM is a platform.
Tell people what people. Yeah, I don't think you mentioned in this recording.
PWOM is a platform where you want to share your story, give a positive thought to the community, a person who's struggling through, you can share. It's not Heshan. This platform, even though I put content right now, that's not the bigger picture. The long run, it's going to be anybody can use this platform. It's a platform of the community where that we support each other and we share positive thoughts of each other so that I empower you, you empower me.
Yes.
So that's community that we build.
Yes.
Right? So PWM is much bigger than Heshan and I don't want Heshan to get associated with it. We have different goals altogether where that I will get my peace, my fulfillment, seeing that this platform grows. This is where I think.
Yeah. Dude, this has been a really eye-opening conversation.
Fantastic.
I'm grateful for you to sacrifice your Saturday beer and Sunday beer. Seriously, if you're not inspired by this now, I don't know what will. So let us know what inspired you and what kind of things spoke out to you. There's plenty that did to me. Again, thank you so much, Machan.
Thank you very much for having me. It's good to see you after 20 years and reconnecting.
Dude, seriously.
This is I'm so grateful for social media.
Yes.
If not for that, we would have kept in touch.
No.
Right? Yes, but I want to give you a thought. Support this guy. He has a super heart. If you're watching even a video, it is not, rubbing your ego. It is not, hitting hard on you. Just put a heart. Say, Machan, amazing, great work. Support him with that. It doesn't cost you anything. You are anyway scrolling. Even if you don't watch his podcast, it's okay. Just put a heart. Right? Because if you go and look at the average watch time, you might not be having like many hours.
No.
Right?
No. That's true.
Just support because every like button, every comment, every share matters to content creators.
Yes.
Right? I know the burning, that hard, it is not working. Are these people watching? Am I really contributing? Support this guy. He is trying to bring something good to this world. And only way that we can support him is encouraging him. Yeah, all the best, man.
Thank you. On that note, till next time. See you later.